This is Damon Stevens with Wealth Builders, and today is Thursday, September 30th, 2021, and it's end of the month. So let's get in here and see what the stock market decided to do as we close out the month of September and head into a new month. Continue to subscribe to us so we can continue bringing these updates to you and ideas on what we're trading and what we're seeing in the market. Looking at the market today, you can see it was a down day. Dow Jones closed down 1.59%, NASDAQ down 0.44%, and S&P 500 down 1.19%. In our training videos or our nightly videos this week, you've seen that we've talked quite a bit about their potential downside to the market, and we've continued to see that. And we may continue seeing that going forward here as we look at the charts. But you know, market can come back and rally anytime. But you know, we talked about this week being a really important week. So let's take a look and see what's going on. If you look at the heat map, you can see pretty much across the board we were red. So pretty much everything was down except for a few select stocks and companies. And then on the world map, you can see that it's pretty red as well. But here's the thing, you know, that I look at every time, you know, when we go through these videos and we talk about it. China is now showing a nice green map here, heat map. And a lot of times with China, if we see, you know, them on a green day, we could possibly see green day. So are we going to see one tomorrow? As we've had several days, down days, and we've broken critical support levels that we needed to hold up. Hard to say, but you know, I noticed we have another country here, Australia, that's also strong. So what's tomorrow going to bring on Friday? New month? It's hard to say, but right now, as far as China stocks are looking positive here. So let's just kind of be careful as we're trading this. If you look at the scanners, SDPI, PROG, FAMI, ALZN, which we have traded multiple times. Yes, EPSN. You can see there's several here, but not what you typically see. Not high flyers. So I didn't focus a lot on this. I was mostly focused on the current stocks we're trading, as well as kind of what the price action on the market was, because the market was definitely headed down, and you want to be able to take advantage of that, and also just keep yourself safe and lock any profits that you may have not collected on. So let's kind of look and see what we can see on the maps here. So PALT, you can see here the low is 471, the high of 1520. So there was an opportunity on this stock in the morning here, and you see that it climbed up here, pulled back to 791, back up to 1425, and then kind of leveled off, which is what we typically see. It was actually nice to get a nice pull again in the afternoon. So hopefully you're able to take advantage of that. Tesla, obviously with the rest of the market, it was pulling back down here. Talked about it breaking critical support yesterday. Looks like it pulled down a little bit more today. We got this line down here, 772, which would be the next support line that Tesla could find support at. Could it pull back tomorrow? It could, but right now it's really showing bearish momentum heading into Friday. So we'll see what Friday brings, but we do have support down here and see if it can hold that. And if it can, then we could possibly bounce off of that and start to rally back up. Lilly. Eli Lilly, this was one of the ones that was actually on earnings, and we tried to take advantage of this one. You can see that we did grab a little bit of this. I didn't grab all of it, but 231 or 230 was the bounce in today, and 237.16 was the high, and then it just kind of trickled down the rest of the day. Came back down right to this breakout level where we're breaking out, which is also support, and also the 200. So I'm going to be watching for tomorrow for a play off of Eli Lilly here and see if it can bounce off this 230.90 level and give us a little bit, maybe a ran up maybe to 232, 233. So this is going to be definitely a day trade, scalp trade off the 200 if that works for us tomorrow. Definitely going to look at price action, see what the price action is like. Virgin Galactic Space gave us a nice bounce from the morning. Got a big old gap here. 2253 was the low, 2650 was the high, came back down to 2490, and then went back up to 2585, and then bounced off that. We did break below the 50. Gonna keep an eye on this. Maybe we get something more out of this. If the market's down, I don't think so. I think we'll probably be heading down to probably more like the 2450 level. So just something to keep an eye on. OPRX was another one. This had a nice gap up from 74.85 up to about 83, and then 86, 87 was the high. Came back down here. You see off the 20, rode the 20 most of the day. Gave us a little bit of run at in the afternoon over the prior high of 87.24, and then came back down. So I'm gonna look and see if there's something that OPRX can provide since it's above the 50. May not, might. This could just be one of this one-day wonders here. So just something to keep an eye on. So those will be on our watch tomorrow morning. I told you Thursday was my big day to look at. CarMax, Bed Bath Beyond, Paychex, and McCormick's. I did watch those in pre-market, trade a little bit on CarMax and Paychex. Scalp trades I got in, I got out. Just didn't really do what I wanted to. Didn't really want to focus on them when I didn't see the heavy movement in the price action here. So just kind of left those alone. Gamestop, was watching Gamestop here for a few days because we had a nice little rally here that we had here a while back, and want to take advantage of that. You know, I thought maybe we could rally back up, but you can see here, you know, with that rally came up to 231, broke down, came back up to 210, and then just kind of faded off. So, and then today, you know, I didn't trade this one today, but 165.34, this break up candle, or we have here, was pretty much what this chased down to. So this was our support level based on that breakup candle. And it did touch on that, but pretty much, you know, ended flat from this run today. So you could have scalped this today and got some off of GameStop, but that's about all you could do on it. Moderna continues. This is my three that I've traded for weeks. You can see here, Moderna pretty much was flat. So I didn't trade Moderna today. I was focused on just, you know, overall SPY, triple Qs, and a couple of, you know, the scanner stocks, but pretty much flat. So that's good. I'm glad it's holding the 50. If we can continue holding this 50, you know, we'll look for this to start to pick up again and start to run for us. So hopefully it'll stay there. Invax pretty much flat as well, ending the day flat. So this is good. I like to see this. Looking for this to continue to hold so we can continue to rally up on this one. I think it's just waiting for, again, the market to make a decision. The BNTX, it showed a little bit more weaker. It actually dropped below the last 2 days. So I'm going to be watching this Friday. This not good. Hopefully this is not showing a trend for the other two, but this was a little bit weaker today. And so I didn't like to see that. So see if BNTX can rally back. Dollar continues to be strong. It's flat up there on top of resistance that we talked about yesterday. The VIX is interesting. So it spiked up again, similar to what it did 2 days ago, to around the 2478 level. Found resistance, pulled back again, and it's sitting pretty much close, right where it was 2 days ago from a high standpoint. So, you know, is this going to Friday continue to rally back up again? It'll be interesting to see. Or can this be a little, you know, intra-week double top here to where we can, you know, pull back here, which would allow the stocks to recover a little bit. Not that it would be a long-term recovery, but at least it might give us a little bit of a pop tomorrow morning, and then see what happens. One thing, you know, I've been noticing, you know, over the week is we get these pops in the morning and then it fades at the day, the last half of the day. So just something to keep in mind on. But I'll be watching this to see, you know, what this does pre-market. See if it stays below that 23.13. If it does, you know, maybe we can get a little bit of a pop in the morning on the market. So we will be watching that with that double top in here. The S&P 500, so the SPY, you can see here, came down here, found support right here at the same level it did, you know, about a week ago. So you can see here where it came down, but it left us big tail candle. but then it came back up and recovered and gave us a nice little rally. You see here, came back down to that same level, and then 2 days ago, and then today came back to that same level. So it found support here. Is that enough support to bounce off of? It's below the 50, it's below the 100, it's head towards the 200. So I don't know. I do like that it found support at the same level where it tried before. That sometimes can show you that there is good support levels, but still, I don't like this price action here. So I'm going to definitely keep an eye on that to see where we're headed. Triple Qs, if you look at triple Qs, again, big downward movements here. Now this did not break the 50 this week until today. Did break the 50 and the 100. So now that we broke the 100, actually this is the 100. I don't know. This is kind of weak. It's got to pull back above that 100 tomorrow. It doesn't, we could start to see additional downside to the triple Qs. So we've got to get back up over that 358 level and get it back above here to keep the momentum, because you see all the moving averages are curving down, and we don't want to see that on the 50. If we do, then we're definitely going to be sticking in this bull market, this bear market here. So I don't like that action right now. Looking at semiconductors, we're again, second day below the 100. So that's not good. You see here, we were 1 day below, and rallied up. So now that we're 2 days and at the same spot, same low, it's a little scary. That means, tomorrow could push down lower, which means it could, the whole market could be coming down. So it's got to rally tomorrow. If it doesn't rally tomorrow, I think we're headed further south, probably head towards this next support line we have here at 243. So tomorrow is critical. A Dow Jones, see a Dow Jones, it had this nice breakdown bar. So look at this momentum here, broke right through that 100, and that means the 100 is going to be curving down here now. But you see here, this was the last low, was 336. We got down to 338. So we didn't get all the way down there. So are we going to get down there tomorrow? It's a good question. Is there a way we could rally back up? Well, we better, because the last low is right here at 339. So we've got to find some momentum here to pull back up here. Otherwise, it looks like we are heading further south on here. So definitely something to keep an eye on. IWM, you see here, well, I got this channel here. You can see here that we kind of bounced off. This was a double top failure. Came down to our support line here at 209. Rallied back up here. Couldn't get back up to the highs. So it hit here, right here at our resistance line at 225. Bounced back down almost to the 200 below this support line. Back up, hit the resistance line at 229.84, back to support line, and then back up and hit it again. And now we're back again down on the support line. So can it hold, or is it going to break it like it has before? And we're going to bounce up and break through, or we're going to break down and fall through to the 200, possibly down here at 213. That's the big question. But you can see that we are consolidating and we are squeezing in here. So when we squeeze, it's going to make a breakout at some point. So that's what we're looking for there. Financials starting to squeeze in as well. Where's it going? Which way is it going to go? It's hard to say. We're squeezing right into this center point here. So we definitely going to need to keep an eye on this and see what happens. It could break out tomorrow. We could go into the next week if this is really tight. It could possibly be a flat day tomorrow for financials. So we'll see what the morning brings. Gold, you see here we pull back to the same support level we had before, 1724 that we had back here in August. So it's good that it found that, and then bounced right off of that, which was good to see. And now we're back up at around 753, trying to rally back up towards this resistance level. So it's good to see that it was able to find the support here to bounce off, and hopefully gold can start to rally here, because it was coming down there pretty good. Silver, talked about this, 2 2 days ago, it found support, and then it closed again the second day, and now now you see we'll try to rally back up here. Glad to see momentum on silver pull up here, because it was on a downward slope here, and so hopefully we can start to turn this around on silver. Bitcoin trying to rally back up. It's over the 20 finally again, so it's rallying back up here off the support. We'll see what it can do for us over the weekend. Typically on the weekends, it seems to rally on the weekends a little bit, so might see this momentum start to pick up towards this resistance level of 46,000 this weekend. So if we do, that'll be a good bullish momentum heading into the weekend. Ethereum, you see here, same thing, is trying to rally back up. It's over the 20, so it's trying to get moving here finally. So let's see if this can start to rally up here. XRP, it's pretty well flat. It is on above the 20, which is good. That's where it closed yesterday. That's where it's moving right now. So we'll see what we can do to get this moving up as well with the rest of the cryptocurrencies, and see if we can start to rally up more in a positive direction and get this bull started again. So that's the market today. Be careful trading out there. This is the last video for this week. I will post another one on Sunday to give you an idea of what's going into this next week. Again, tomorrow, just be really careful tomorrow. We broke support, which means the market can fall a long ways from now if it doesn't get support and rally. But sometimes you can see rallies come in all of a sudden, and the market turns around real quick and moves up 300 or 400 points on the Dow Jones and rallies back up. Are we going to see that? I don't know. There's been a lot of negative news out there. If it fades away, it may be enough for us to rally back up. The government's not shutting down here, at least until December 3rd. So that was positive news. I don't know that that's going to really move the market, but that's positive news. So it's gotten a little bit quiet on the news front. So, is it enough to kind of get us to pull back up and start to rally back up? Hard to say. So definitely watch the pre-market and see what the price action is doing. If it's heading further south, just be real careful. And even if it starts to head up north, just be careful that in the afternoon that you could possibly see a pullback as well. But market's a little volatile right now, so just be careful and stay safe and have a great weekend coming up here. Everybody have a great night.